Hello everyone, just sent the video here. Welcome back to another video. I am the Flying Mallard and this is my second video of commentary. Hopefully it's as good as the last one. If I think the last one was good, I don't know. I'm waiting for you guys to tell me and let me know if I need to improve or on what I need to improve on, or whether it came across okay. I don't know, you guys let me know. So in this video we are in the Fenix Airbus A320 again, and we're doing a flight from Dublin to Birmingham. I'll put it on the screen here for you. So going from EIDW Dublin Airport, which is in Ireland, and we're going to EGBB Birmingham Airport, which is in the UK. And obviously we've got the landing, the elevation of the airports there as well, which I didn't say in the last video, but they are there. If you ever use Pilot's Life chapter 2, you have got the elevation of the airports next to them there as well. Departure time is 1700 hours, which is 5 PM, and we're expecting to arrive at 18:15, 6:15 in the evening. I have set the timing game till 4 o'clock, so I may or may not keep this in sync with these times here, or I might change it. It depends how quick I get this all set up for you guys. Obviously down here as well, you've got the departure METAR and the arrival METAR for the weather. I've already done my flight plan, so I ain't going to go through that. We're currently in pre-flight, so I'm not going to worry about that. So I'll move this out the way off the screen. Okay, I got beyond ATC running, which is why you can see AI aircraft at the airport. I'm using my own checklist, which I've written up. I'm still working on it, so it's trial and error at the minute, but I'm still working on it. I've actually used it in the Markdown language at the minute, and I'm gonna obviously type it up using different computer languages, and I'm going to bring that up for you now. Where has it gone? So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it up in a rough copy of it on the computer. Obviously, as you can see, it's not in a code language, so it's all written up here for you. And I've got a lot of information on it with the procedures and stuff. I'm still going through it bit by bit, but it takes a lot of time to do this. With time limited, there might be a few mistakes, spelling mistakes, and a few things here and there, and I'm trying to work my other apps into it as well, especially GSX, which I'll come to in a bit. So I'm just trying to do a procedure, but it says start the other apps here, but I started them. They've already started, so I'm not going to run through that. I've also put a few links in it as well. This link here is extremely useful, and if I click on it, well, it doesn't work on this one because it's still a rough copy, but that link will be accessible in the future. But I've got it saved on in my browser. I'm gonna try and load that one up for you now if I can. Here it is. It's actually a fly-by-wire. If you heard of the fly-by-wire Airbus, it's their web page. If if you go onto this link here and you go into their web page, you come to an interactive cockpit and all these panels are clickable, and it also tells you what they are, which I think is very good information, especially if you're trying to learn the Airbus cockpit. And as you can see, so you can basically click on anything and you come onto a second screen and you've got bags of information that you can read upon, and what panel does what and what would you use it for. And the good thing I looked at is that you can press on these. It's very, very good information. If you click on the links that are on it, you've got all these screens as well. It tells you all the different screens, and you can click on each one. Look, so click on APU, you get the APU screen. It tells you exactly what all this means on the screen, and you can just go back and you can click on door. So if you need to know how an Airbus cockpit, what these panels are for, and this is a good web page, it's there. I'm going to put it in the link in the video as well, but you may already know it, but it's fly-by-wire, and if you don't know their aircraft, they actually have got a free Airbus A320 that you can download. I believe they got the A380 as well. I ain't used it, but they got it, and the A320 is a pretty good aircraft. It's free. It's a high standard aircraft. It's probably an higher standard than the default aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. I can't compare it to AnyBuild's version 2 in 2024, and I can't really compare it to Fenix because I don't use the fly-by-wire Airbus and I don't use the AnyBuild Airbus. I've used the fly-by-wire Airbus and the AnyBuild Airbus a few times. I mainly used the fly-by-wire one in 2020. That's Microsoft 2020, Flight Sim 2020, and I used the AnyBuild version 2 a few times in 2024. But with the Fenix, I just use the Fenix because, you know, pay a lot of money for that, so you might as well use it. So I can't compare it to any of them. You'll have to judge that for yourself. But yeah, if you wanted to find out how an Airbus cockpit works and what all stuff does and get the information on it, that's a very, very good tool to have. And like I said, I will put it in the video description as well. Just go down. I've got a checklist I used. It may look rough to you guys. It looks rough to me, So these just little notes and to myself. Some of it I don't need to look at this, but just in case I ever need to look at this for any reason, or I don't play Flight Sim for a length of time. So it just gives me basically just a little bit of a tutorial to get back into it. But like I said, I'm going to be mocking this up in a language and hopefully put it on a web page. I may put this in an HTML format and put it as a web browser. I don't know yet, but I am just mocking it up at the minute in a markdown language, which is a very basic language that is mainly used for things like blogging, instant messaging, and can be used in online forums and stuff like that. But it's just a basic language that I'm using to set this up at the minute. Yeah, so there's a lot of information. I'm still filling it all in, and we're going to use this as we go along. And I did put another link, I believe, or I tried to. There you go, the Fenix Airbus for the GSX, the support page. It's all there. which is again, there's the description, but I will put that in the video as well, the description of the video, so you guys can have a look at that for yourself. I'm just trying to find it at the minute for you so I can put it on the screen. There we go. So yeah, it's a GSX integration of the guide, and just go for the settings. I've got to do this now anyway. I've just got to make sure my settings are like this, and it just go through it and just tells you what you need to do to get the GSX to work, especially the pushback and on arrival and departure and stuff like that. So again, it's a support Fenix GS, but just put GSX Fenix GSX in the browser and it should find it automatically. But I'll put the link in the description for you guys, and I'm just going to get rid of this off the screen. I've also got it in a text document as well, which is a bit messy, but yeah, I'll just take that off the screen and get rid of that, and I'll bring up the code format. There you go. It's the same procedure again, but in the code format, and it's using the markdown code. So, and here it is. So yeah, it looks a bit messy on this screen, but once it's all done, if I use HTML or whatever code I'm gonna write this procedure up in, obviously it'll be polished, and there may be pictures, images and stuff in this as well. But yeah, so this is the procedure I'll be going off today, but this is what I've been working on for the last few days. So we just get that off the screen onto the screen. So we're getting Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. So let's just click ready to fly. We're going to press the home key to take off the eye tracking, W key and mouse to W key to walk around, to walk forward, mouse to look around. These are the key bindings I use. If I do mention the key bindings, it's the ones I use. It may not be the ones you use. So just get before you start saying that your key bindings aren't the same as what I'm using. I have gone through all custom controls and done it all to make it life easier for me. And we've got the jetway connected. We're not using anything yet. GSX might be loaded by default, not really sure, but again, I used it in my last video, but they are getting ready and they need to do something, so GSX is probably doing all that. I did use it in my last video, but I've read up on it since that. Okay, so I'm going to press the page up key to go inside to the cockpit. As you can see, we load basically in a turnaround mode, and track IR is working. Not track IR, Tobii eye tracker. So home key and number pad 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. End key takes me back outside. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up the GSX menu, because there's a few things here I think I need to do. I'm still learning GSX, so if I'm doing anything wrong, please let me know. Because I need to Yeah, I'm still not 100% with GSX. GSX Pro outdated. Okay, let's have a look. I thought I did all this the other day. I will be honest, I thought I did all this the other day. Follow me car as it is, 18 knots. Parking slow down speed 7.5 knots. Straight pushback distance 100 meters. Yeah, that's fine. Parking stop position tolerance ×1. That is fine. So that's connected. That's ticked. That's not ticked. So we leave that as it is. That's as it is. Those two are okay. That one should be unticked according to Fenix here. That one should be unticked, and that one should be ticked, I believe. Enable editor cameras. Yeah, the one on Fenix isn't matching the one I've got on my screen here. Let's bring it over. Let's have a look. See? Don't know why. I'm just trying to copy it off there. Let's go through it again. So we've got multiple trips ticked. It's definitely not matching. How can I follow it if it's all over the place? Estimated passenger number is not ticked. Assistance services auto mode is not ticked. Obviously they've changed this since Fenix have done on their website, because I can't find that option. Never mind. Always ask for pushback. Yeah, that's fine, that's not ticked. Ignore crew in boarding, deboarding. Yeah, that's unticked, that's fine. Estimated passenger number, that's unticked, that's fine. Auto mode, ignore doors. Yeah, that's fine. Enable editor cameras. That's not on there. Follow me car. Disable. Follow me disable. Okay, that should be ticked. Disable GSX in cruise. That should be ticked. Okay. Always fuel progressively. That's not on there. Automatic staircases. That's ticked. That's fine. Good engine start confirmation. That should be unticked. Disable via staircases with jetway. Yeah, I've done that one. Ignore icing conditions in pushback. Unticked. Detect custom aircraft system refueling. That should be unticked. There's only 3 really you should really have unticked. So I can put good engine start confirmation back on if I want, but there's only 3, as you can see here. It's only those 3 which you need to do what is there ensure the below 3 options are disabled and checked. It's always fuel progressively, detect custom aircraft system refueling, and assistance services to auto mode. The best, I suppose, you can leave as they are. So enable airport walkers. Ignore wingspan when parking. Speed up far vehicles. Okay, so the 3 really is assistance services auto mode, which could be this. They could be greyed out. So it could be. It's been updated since the. It's probably been updated since the Fenix website put this on. So they're probably already switched off because you recognise you're using the Fenix Airbus. So they're probably already switched off because progressive fuel is greyed out, auto mode is greyed out, and detect custom aircraft system refueling must be this one greyed out, and also auto mode ignore doors is greyed out, which is on their website. So yeah, so I ain't got to worry about that then. So yeah, I ain't got to worry about that. Let me just have a look. Sim brief username. So that's not. That's not in there. Let's put that in. Before we do that though, let me just make sure there ain't nothing else I need to do. Passengers. Oh, you can do the timings. Boarding density normal. Sparse on normal. You can the crew, refueling, messages. So you can mess about with all this if you want to, and then you've obviously got your volumes and stuff like that. So if you want to mess around with the timings. Can as well, but it's saying there's another version of this, so I'll have to look into that. So I'm just going to move this off the screen while I put my username in. What's it? Username? What's it asking for? So where did it go? Where did GSX go? So sim brief username. Okay. Maybe I didn't put this in yesterday. I don't know. Doesn't matter if you can see it anyway. So yeah, we'll just put that there. Click apply, and we can get rid of that. Go back to GSX and yeah, it stayed in, it stayed on. Yeah. You see, GSX is on, and if you wanted to press it again, it's off. And if you press it again, it just comes on. I don't know what it's saying, it's still missing. Okay, reload sim brief. Okay, that's done it. Okay, so that's fixed that issue. So yeah, we can just come off here and we can press that when we're leading, moving it. Don't need it anymore. Obviously, we don't need to do all this because on the Airbus, Fenix Airbus, it's done automatically. But if using another aircraft, you probably would have to request a lot of this stuff here yourself. But obviously, I need to update it at some point. But yeah, just leave it on. It's still on, so leave it on there, and we can get rid of that. Okay, just a sip of tea. Okay. Yeah, I don't want this video being a major tutorial video because it takes a long time to do a video when I'm going through everything. So I'm going to get on with it now, I think, and I'm going to go bring up my my checklist. Where's it gone? There it is. So sorry about the noise in the background, the other aircrafts. That is beyond ATC, and the beyond ATC injects all this aircraft that you can actually see as well. There's one thing I haven't done while we've been chatting away, which I'm going to go and do now, and that's bring up Rex Atmos core. We'll do that while we're on the screen here. I always do that after I press fly now. I'll bring this up because it can cause issues if I do it before. So we'll do it as now, and I've just put my one in. It's I normally use AB MSFS Volume 2 at the minute. It's the latest one. I normally use that one, and I use the same for the Enviro as well. But I have got other ones that I use as well. So still don't know which one I prefer out of all of them. But yeah. Okay, so should we carry on? Should we begin? So I should go back to the cockpit. There we go. So we're inside the cockpit of the Airbus A320. We're going to go through my procedures. Obviously, we started in a turnaround position, so a lot of the stuff I've got, like batteries and external power and stuff, don't really apply. But I can go through them quickly with you. Batteries here, which are on because we're running, because external power is on, and the blue light confirms that. The dome light you've got as required. It's off at the minute, but we can put on dim or bright. We'll put it on bright because it's going to get the outside light isn't great. Strobes should be on automatically. There they are. They're off if you click down, and on auto if you click up. Nav lights 1 or 2. They're on 1 at the minute, but we can put them on 2. But I'll leave them on 1 for now. Wing lights on. Crew supply is on. The emergency exit lights are armed. No smoking switches are on auto, but you can put them on because they're going to start on anyway throughout the duration of the flight because you don't smoke anymore. And the IRS system are on nav. So that's all done. But if it was cold and dark, you would obviously do them yourself. The overhead lighting you can set as required. I set it to full bright because I'm expecting it to go dark during this flight. Okay, so now we're in turnaround mode. We've already seen that the IRS, the ADRS, is on and ready to go, and the END and the panels are confirming this. So displays. Flight directors both on. There you go, both sides. So now we can set that flight plan. Now I might do things a bit backwards here. Well, I'm not going to do backwards. We're going to set the flight plan. I'm going to go off my procedure. I was going to say we could start loading, because it does take a while, but no, I'm going to go off my actual procedure. And so keypad free to go down to the FMC, the MCDU. You might have one different. Looking at the FMGC is the system. Let's just clear out the message in the bottom there, the scratch pad. We can press init, and we've got all this information that needs to be filled in. Okay, keypad 1 takes us back here, and we're going to go over to the EFB. We're going to click the Fenix one, and we're going to tap to import from SimBrief. There we go. Okay, what does that do? Your plan has not blocked timing 4 hours 29 minutes. You can adjust this by tapping on the yeah, I know why it's done. I know why it's done there. I didn't change the time on the SimBrief. So my departure time on SimBrief is using real time, and I'm set the game to sort of depart using pilot's life. I'm just gonna change that and regenerate the SimBrief flight. So I'm just gonna change the time. Okay. And I'm going to regenerate it. Excuse me. Okay. And I'm going to re-import from SimBrief there. Okay, and I'm also going to reload it on there as well. Okay, let's get rid of that. So yeah, let's go back down to the MacDo, and we can do an init request. And that will bring up our flight plan. It'll take a few moments, few seconds. There you go. We can clear that out of the scrap pad. And we've got the IDs of the airport, departure and arrival, and our alternative airport there. We can put in our flight number. So it's EAI 3276, which is an Emerald Air flight number. Our cost index is 18, and our cruise for this one is 30,000 feet. There we go. And using my own description, we're going to press wind and do a wind request. There you go. We can just clear that out the scratch pad, and we're going to press init and go across. The zero fuel weights and block fuel aren't loaded yet, aren't calculated because we haven't boarded. So that will happen. That will happen soon. The lower ecam is already on doors, so we ain't got to touch that. Now we're going to go back to the EFB, and we're going to go into mass and balance. But before we do that, I'm just going to go to sim settings and make sure everything in there is and I like it. Da, da, da. I do like putting these call outs. Oh, and I don't know why I do that. I should just leave it. GSX is all ready to go. Might go back into my flights, go into mass and balance, and we can actually start loading now. Start loading. So we're gonna press this, load the aircraft, and we're going to go GSX boarding and refueling, and all this should be done automatically. Now when GSX keeps popping up the way it does on the screen, I can just unclick it, press that, and get rid of it. You might need it again for pushback if you do that, but yeah. So now we're going to go through the flight plan. So we're going to go to the flight plan page on the MacDo, which is this one here. If we press the up key, we can go through it, and we've got two flight plan discontinuities, one at the end and one at the beginning. These are because we've got no arrivals, no SID put in, and we've got no arrival, no start put in, and we've got no departure SID to put in. And we're gonna we're gonna go through that and sort that out now. So now we're gonna get our departure. So to get our departure, we need to ask clearance, ATC. So we're gonna go into the clearance on Beyond ATC, and we're going to request our IFR clearance. Here we go.
Gemstone 76 Mike, IFR to Birmingham.
Gemstone 76 Mike, Dublin delivery. Expect runway 28 right. DEXEN 2 Juliet departure. Squawk 0303.
DEXEN 2 Juliet departure. Squawk 0303. Gemstone 76 Mike.
Gemstone 76 Mike, read back correct. Contact ground 125.885 when ready for push or start.
Ground 125.885 when ready for pushback or engine start. Gemstone 76 Mike.
Okay, now we're on the clearance frequency. We might get other aircraft coming on here from now and again. So we've been told we're going from runway 28R to, and we've got our departure. Let's just click on that. Yeah, that's fine. That will do that. So we've got our departure now. So if we click on this one, our departure airport, EIDW, and departure, we're looking for runway 28R, that's 28R, so we can go down, there we are. And now we're looking for DEXE2J, might be on the next page, DEXE2J, there we go. Once you've done that, we can insert it, and as you can see, our route discontinuity is gone. It still remains at the end because we haven't put an arrival in yet. We'll get that from ATC as we're in our flight. And if we go over to the 1 second, if we go over, well, we got our clearance. So yeah, we got all that. Okay, we're doing transponder first, so let's do the transponder. So a transponder is over here, so we'll clear that out of the way, and our transponder code we got was 0303, so 0303, and if I just come over to it, it's easier. I normally just put the transponder on there. It absolutely saves me messing around later on, because I'll end up forgetting. So I'll put that on there so it's done out of the way. Carry on with the cockpit preparations. So lights are going to be as required, so you can put all the lights on as required. Obviously, if you want to put you got your main panel lights there, and you've got the floodlight over there, which is a good thing to have when it's getting dark outside. The float directors are on. Altitude, we didn't get an initial altitude off the ATC, so we're going to put our cruise altitude of 30,000 feet. There, so that's fine. So the autopilot is in manage mode. Yeah, you can tell three lines and a dot. That will go in manage mode when we set the takeoff speeds, and the vertical speeds in manage mode as well. Manage mode is towards the aircraft. Selected mode is manual mode towards you. Right, but now we're going to look at our plan. So we're going to go to the FS control panel and go to plan. Bring the range down to 10, and then by using the MACD we're going to click on each waypoint and go through it. As you can see, we're going through the waypoints on the navigational display, and we will come to an end waypoint, and there'll be nothing after it, which will be our route discontinuity. So we'll just go back. So we know so we know the route is done, so we can click that back to arc mode, and we can put the range as required. Okay, so we're just waiting for boarding to be complete now, so I'm just going to go further down my checklist, and I'm going to go to the wind shear, which is this here. They can go on auto, and I'm going to go the PA system,
and once again, you're all very welcome on board,
which will bring up the PA system, what's going in the back in the cabin. If you open the doors, you'll see the people getting on and the flight attendants, but we'll knock that off for now, and we'll bring the PA system down a little bit. There you go. You don't need too loud, do you? There you go, but it's nice to hear. Floor lighting on the floor as required. Go for dim. I'm just going to go the overhead panel. We're not going to do anything on that yet because we're still loading. I think we're still loading the fuel. I'm still loading the fuel. We're still loading the passengers, I know that. So yeah, we're just waiting for loading to do now. I think fuel's loaded, so if we go back to the overhead panel, now these fuel pumps may have to be on when you're loading fuel. If someone can please tell me that. I mean, I'm going to look into it then, but they may need to be on when you're loading fuel. I don't know. And we're just going to go through the overhead panel and make sure there's no white lights, so you're scouring from top to bottom, left to right or right to left if you're flying the aircraft from the right hand seat. And we can pop the seatbelt signs on, and you can put the no smoking signs on as well if you want to at this point.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vera, and I'm your chief
all
flight
that
attendant.
looks good. So
fasten seatbelt
that
sign
there is
on.
telling us we ain't got
So
our
if you
takeoff
haven't
speed
already
set
done
yet,
so,
but
please stow your
so
carry
we'll
and
leave
luggage
that.
underneath the seats in
And we've
front
got
of
some
you or
company
on
messages,
overhead.
so we're going to
Please
leave
check
them
your
for
seats
now.
and
We'll
fasten
come
your
back to them
seatbelt.
shortly.
Also make sure your seat back and folding trays are in their full upright position. If you are seated next to an emergency exit, please carefully read the special instructions card
So
located
yeah, we're just
by your
waiting for
seat.
loading now to
If you do not wish to perform the functions
commence, and then we
described
can
in the
start
event
the
of an emergency,
GSX
please ask
pushback.
the flight attendant to reseat you. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including the lavatory.
But we can just
Tampering with, disabling,
click
or
on this,
destroying the lavatory smoke
Dublin
detectors is prohibited by law.
20R, it's dry,
If you have any questions about our flight today,
load weather.
please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight
Ain't going to do the
attendants.
load sheet yet,
Thank you.
and that's obviously our arrival information. We'll sort that out in flight. But we're not going to do any of this yet until we've got our load sheet in place. Let me just check the time. So it's 16:54. So yeah, we're running behind schedule. Our due departure time is 5 o'clock. So yeah, we're running a little late, and as you can see, it is dark outside.
Flyer 9 Alpha Juliet at ramp 203 left. Request pushback and engine start. Flyer 9 Alpha Juliet, Dublin ground, pushback approved. Face southwest. Pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest, Flyer 9 Alpha Juliet.
I think baggage has been done. The fuel's been done. So we are basically just waiting for the people, the passengers. And you can just about see them coming down the jetway. You can see the feet. If we'd never had a jetway attached, there'd be buses, and they'll be getting out the buses and coming up the stairs. Maybe we'll get that when we get to Birmingham. I don't know. We'll see. So let's just go back into the cockpit.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome on board this.
How are we doing on the
Health insurance smooth and timely.
the loading? Yeah, we've still got some way to go yet.
Pushback and engine start.
It does take a while to
Shamrock 13 Juliet Heavy, Dublin ground.
load up,
And engine start approved.
but you can change that in the settings. As I said earlier, you can
Pushback and engine
change the
start
speed.
approved. Face southwest, Shamrock 13 Juliet Heavy.
Handbags, laptop cases, and airport purchases.
Yeah, next thing to do will be getting the aircraft ready for APQ start and then pushing it back. After we put the takeoff speeds in and load sheets have all been synced to the aircraft. Just going through the pushback. After boarding is complete, verify the parking brake is set. We'll go through this as we do pushback and see how that works. So we're just gonna wait for
Flyer 9 Alpha Juliet, ready to taxi to the active.
the loading to be completed. As you can see, we've still got a way to go yet.
Alpha Juliet, runway 28 right taxi via Alpha Tango 1.
So, like I said, like I was going to say to you earlier in the video, it may be a good idea to start boarding straight away, because it takes a while. But you can change, like I said, you can change it in the GSX menu, so it goes a bit quicker. So it just depends really. I might do it so it's quicker because it does take a while to go through the boarding process.
Shamrock 13 Juliet Heavy, request taxi.
But while I'm waiting, I'm just going to bring up the EFB, and I'm going to bring up EGBB Birmingham. So I've got all this information ready, but it does do it automatically. The ILS frequencies, it does do it automatically. So, but I've got it up there ready, and obviously I've got the charts as well. So we can we can get rid of that. I can bring up sim brief dispatch if I wanted, and sync it with the flight we're doing today in the EFB. There we go. And if I was using an aircraft that you couldn't import a sim brief flight plan into, like for example the Microsoft Acerbo 737 Max 8, you can't import sim brief into that aircraft using the FMC or an EFB because it hasn't got one and doesn't have that feature. You can do it using this. The sim brief dispatch you can download, and it goes into your Microsoft Flight Simulator standard EFB, and you can just import the route, and that's how you do it. So it makes life a lot easier. But yeah, we were meant to go at 5 o'clock today, by the way. But then again, let's get rid of that. UTC time. What's the UTC time? Is it? Am I in front? Am I not in front? I don't know. What's the clock say over there? That's a date. GPS. That's your chrono. Okay, I don't know if it's UTC time or local time, but yeah. We're late departing. Never mind. I can change the time, I guess, but I don't wanna do that. So.
Over to Tower 12 for decimal 68, Flyer 9 Alpha Juliet. Have a good afternoon.
Yes, nothing else up there. No, I've gone through all that. That's fine. So where are we? How many passengers we got? 81. So.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome
okay.
aboard this Aer Lingus flight. To help ensure a smooth and timely departure, we kindly ask that you
Right.
clear of
I think there's nothing really else for me to do now apart from wait
This will allow other passengers
until the passengers have all boarded. I can't do anything now until passengers have actually boarded from the aircraft. So in order to make this video shorter,
Ryanair 55 for Echo, Dublin ground, pushback approved. Face west.
and so you ain't got to sit here and watch all that happening, or me not really doing anything. I'm gonna pause the video and come back once loading is completed, because we've still got a way to go. So I shall see you guys very shortly.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest. Portugalia 1.
Okay guys, welcome back. We are about 8 passengers away from boarding being complete. I have changed some in the settings to make it go denser, so it should be quicker on the next flight. But time will tell. So once that's completed, we can move on to the next phase of the preparations to depart. So we're just waiting for all to be completed, which it will do now. It will. It's not far away, and then we can. There we go. So all passengers have boarded. So once passengers have all been boarded, we can send that to the MCDU. And while we're on here, we can also go into this one. So we've got Dublin 20R, runway service is dry, the flap configuration is going to be 2, anti-ice snow, packs, yeah, on, sync the live weather, sync the load sheet, calculate, and now we get all our feed speeds, and we can send them across to the MCDU. And if we go back to the MCDU, and we're going to be pressing init, next page, and now we've got the weight filled in and the fuel filled in as well. So yeah, 4.5 fuel is 4,500 kilograms in the tanks. That's perfectly fine. And if you go to the MCP, the multifunctional control panel, speed now is in manage mode. 3 lines, dot. And that's happened because we put our feed speeds in, our takeoff speeds into here. So that's all done for us. Going to perf, our feed speeds are in. We can just click on next phase just to run through it. Yeah, we'll worry about the QNH at the destination as we get closer to it. But no, that's good. That's all good. And we can put that back on flight plan. But we have got company messages, see? So we need to get rid of those. And to do that, we go into ATC Communications. That one, AOC message menu, receive messages, and they're just the load sheets, so we just accept and return. Accept, return, accept, and return. Okay. We can go back to the flight plan page on the captain's MACD, and the first officers I'm going to put on the program page. We've done the wind shears, we've done the PA system, so we haven't got to worry about any of that. The fuel lighting we've done, and we're going to switch the lower ECAM display from the doors to APU. We've done the overhead panel, we've distinguished any white lights, because no white lights on the overhead panel at all, and we can start the APU. Now at this point we can go from this side and do it like this, or we can do it like this. I would recommend trying to get used to doing it like this, if you can. I don't always do it because it's easy just to go like that, and you know, but I do recommend to do it that way as well. But for this purpose I'm going to go like this. So for the APU, master on, start on, and then we're going to just watch it down here. There you go. Get the APU up and running. See, the flap's open. The flap open comes up, and the EGT will start rising. And we're just waiting for this to get to 100%. If you go to outside view, you can see it here. See the blurriness coming out of it, and the flaps open. So at auto, so you can also look at that and tells you that the APU is running. We're going to get that to 100%, then we're going to put the APU bleeds on, and then we're ready we'll start our pushback, which I'm going to be trying to do a quick edit custom pushback today. I don't know if all this comes off automatically, so we're going to keep our eye on that one. So the APU now is 100%. Go back to the overhead panel and we can put the APU bleed on. We're not going to do the external power yet because I don't know if GSX takes that off automatically for us. So we're gonna see what happens. So we are ready to push and start. So I'm going to request push and start from ATC.
Gemstone 76 Mike, at gate Lima for 00, request pushback and engine start.
Gemstone 76 Mike, Dublin ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Due to icing conditions, please stand
Pushback
by
and
for
engine start approved. Face west, Gemstone 76 Mike.
So the noise you're hearing is
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
the walkway being disconnected from the aircraft. And let's just go outside. Yeah, it all looks good. So to get pushback to work on in with GSX and the Airbus, Fenix Airbus, it's more applied to other aircraft as well.
Completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Is beacon light has to go on to start the pushback. That triggers it, as you can see. That triggers it. And we're gonna, after boarding, auto pushback. So you need to, after boarding is complete, you need to verify the parking brake is set, APU is running, and turn on the beacon light. Pushback will automatically be requested and you will be prompted for pushback direction. If the GSX menu is hidden, because you've selected to hide the menu, now you've got to unselect it, and we get these options. So we can go quick, we're going to do quick edit pushback today because I want to try it. So it takes us to outside view. And I've actually got some key commands, so we're going to move this. So you've got left, right, up and down using the arrows on the keyboard. Right seems to take it left from this point, right goes right, left goes left obviously, and you can obviously move it and you can go back, etc. as well. And 1 and 3 on the numpad, I believe, are meant to turn it, or F7, F8, F7 and F8 seem to turn it on the numpad. So obviously we don't want to be avoid that wall, so I can't see the taxiway from here. So I'm actually going to pull us there, if that makes sense. So we'll see. And once you've done that, if I've done it correctly, you press the Y on the keyboard and that doesn't work. Y doesn't work.
Release parking brake.
Enter. You press enter and enter. Does it so it's your up, down, left and right buttons on the keyboard. It's it's F7 and F8 to rotate it, and it's the enter key to carry on with pushback. Okay, and the chocks and cones have all been removed automatically as well, so that's that done. So now we need to release the parking brake so they can carry on with the push. Let's see if the pushback goes where we expected it to go. They've removed the GPU, PCA and the chocks and cones. We can now click, and it's gone off here as well, so we ain't got to worry about that. And now we can do engine start, so ignition to the right, and it is the left engine, the engine number 1 on the Airbus that you start first, and we can do that. So we're just watching the N2 spool up.
Good afternoon, and you're all very welcome.
We're getting a fail in M1 very shortly. We are being turned. Let's go to outside view. It's not quite as good as I wanted because we're going over the fence, so, but it's a quite tight turn from gate 400 at Dublin. It's quite a tight turn, so I probably won't use this gate again. I just wanted to try it tonight, but now this edit, now I've done the edit custom pushback, that should be safer next time. But I probably won't use this gate again, but it's worked really well, hasn't it? It's worked really well. So let's start engine number 2. There we go. We go back to overhead panel. I'm going to click the navigation and goes on to 2 and set the parking brake. I'm just waiting for that good engine start now. Then we can carry on. Okay, so we're just waiting for the right engine to settle down, settle down. And the pushback will stay attached until we confirm an good engine start. And if we look, this fellow here, or lady, is going to give us a signal where it's all clear, we can carry on. Yeah. So, confirm good engine start, or we can return to parking if the engines don't start, or we can stop here, complete pushback procedure, or we can abort it. We're going to go good engine start.
We have a good engine start.
Just watch this person here. No, not going to do it. Just gonna get back in the push. Yeah, she's down there. Is she gonna wave? Is she gonna say it's okay to carry on? No, she's gonna disc the GPU, which is fine.
Unlocking gear.
There you go. She should give us a wave and tell it now it's okay to start taxiing once it all clears. Is she going to do that?
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
He's walking away, he's done. I don't know if she does it. She's walking over there. Let's have a look, see if we can see her. There she goes. There she is. So she's got her arm up. She's tagging us now. We can carry on. It's all done. We can now carry on our way. There you go. Have a good trip. Okay. So that worked out. That worked out really well. So if we go back to request our taxi.
Gemstone 76 Mike, ready to taxi to the active.
Gemstone 76 Mike, runway 28 right taxi via Alpha Tango 5, Alpha Tango,
I'm gonna bring that
Alpha
back down to
Tango
10.
4, Foxtrot Outer, November.
Runway 28 right taxi via Alpha Tango 5, Alpha Tango, Alpha Tango 4, Foxtrot Outer, November, Gemstone 76 Mike.
Okay, so we've got our taxi information. That's fine. And I'm just going to go through a few things that I haven't gone through in the we're going to do our pre-taxi checklist now. So the APU would normally go off. We can take it. We can turn the APU off if you want now, or we can leave it on. I'm going to leave it on for this particular flight, and just in case we need to start the engines at any point. Flaps position 2. Grain spoilers arm. If we go back into the EFB, no, we don't need to go back to the EFB. We just click that on that, so we don't, or we click it on the flight information. There we go. Auto brake max. Signs are on. Spoilers are armed. Flaps are in 2. Takeoff config normal, so we're good to go. Taxi lights are on. Like I said, we'll leave the APU on for the time being. Okay. Just turn up the passenger remembrance. Pilot's life. We're in the pre-flight stage. I'm just going to keep my eye on that to make sure that's working. Then our tax checklist. Taxi lights on. Flight controls check. And parking brake off. And we can now start taxiing. So we're going to runway 28 right, which is over the right hand side of the airfield. 28 left is the runway on our left, which obviously is being used for landing, and 28 right will be used for the departing runway. I'm just hoping pilot's life is synced. It's working, so it's still in pre-flight mode. It should sync with taxiing in a bit. Yeah, it's come up taxi out now. We may get a flight attendant here to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now
So,
request your
I'm
full
just gonna
attention as the
put
flight
that down
attendants
there.
demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal fittings one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckles. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight.
I'm going to go into
as we may
Turbio Tracker
experience turbulence.
and set that for
There are
my
several emergency exits on this aircraft.
taxiing,
Please
because
take a
it's
few moments now
a lot
to locate
easier
your
to
nearest
taxi
exit.
while using Turbio
In some
Tracker,
cases, your nearest exit may be behind you.
because you can look
If you need
around.
to
It's so much
evacuate the
easier.
aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. Doors
Forgot
can
to
be
put our
opened
pilot
by
in.
moving the handle in
Got
the
an empty seat
direction
there.
of the
Never
arrow.
mind. Use your imagination. There is
Each door
someone
is
sitting there.
equipped with an inflatable slide which may also be detached and used as a life raft. Oxygen and the air pressure are always being
Yeah.
monitored. In the unlikely event
Yeah,
of a
I'm,
decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you.
I'm leaving
To
that
start
than
the flow
planned.
of
That obviously
oxygen,
with
pull the mask towards
GSX taking a bit
Place it
longer,
firmly over your
as
nose
I'm
and mouth.
still new to it.
Secure the elastic band behind
Obviously
your
the
head
old cockpit
and breathe
pressure rate
normally.
preparation is taking longer as well,
Although
because
the
I'm
bag does not
explaining it as I go
inflate,
along.
oxygen is
In the
flowing to
future
the
I
lungs.
won't be so
If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, Secure your mask on first,
I can't be
and
so
then assist the other person. Keep your mask
long with
on
it
until
because
a uniformed
it
crew member
takes.
advises you
It's
to
only take me
remove it.
20 minutes really to depart, but GSX
In the
takes a
event
bit
of an
longer.
emergency, please
So-
assume the bracing position. If you
But
hear,
this is only a
brace,
short, relatively short
brace,
uppercross.
brace,
But we'll see.
lean forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against
There's a few
your
things
thighs.
I've missed.
Ensure
as
your
I've-
feet are flat on the floor.
I think
A
I've
light
noticed
vest is
already. Got the
located in the
CSTR
pouch
and the
under your
FS
feet or between the
control
armrests.
panel there. I'd normally put on
When
by now
instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch
because it
and
makes
remove
life
the
a little
vest.
bit easier.
Slip it over your head.
As I forget
Pass the
things
straps
what
around your waist and adjust at the
I
front.
contract on
To
other
inflate
things.
the vest, pull firmly on the red cord, only when leaving the aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpieces.
We are taxing a
Use
little
the
bit
whistle
quick.
and light to attract attention. Also, your seat bottom cushion can be used as a flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat.
I'm just going to put
slip
that
your
on
arms
there,
into
the
strap,
CSTR,
and hug the cushion
which
to
brings
your
up
chest.
the
You
constraints
will
and stuff
find
down
this
here.
and all the other safety information in the card
'Cause I
located
kind
in
of,
the seat pocket in front of you. We
Missed that
strongly
step.
suggest you
Unless
read
I
it
put it on
before
later.
takeoff.
I'm not sure.
If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members.
I said
We
my
wish you all an enjoyable flight.
checklist I don't really necessarily need to follow because I know it, and I tend to do it a bit backwards and do it other ways, but it is there if I need to, if I want to do the same thing every time. But sometimes I skip ahead and forget to do something. But yeah, GSX worked really well, didn't it? The pushback feature's easy to use. You just, there are profiles you can download for airports, but I couldn't find a recent one for Dublin. And the one I did find was back in February, and people were commenting that it's causing a few issues. You don't need a profile, but it can work better on some airports if you've got an actual profile. So you can, it's completely up to you.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Contact Dublin Tower 12 for decimal 68.
Let's take the tracking off because it's hard to do
Contact
things
Tower
with the
12 for decimal 68.
tracking
Gemstone
up.
76 Mike. Bye bye.
And we're ready to go now, aren't we? Request departure.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Ready for departure. Runway 28 right.
Before takeoff. Pre-takeoff. We're getting departure.
Dublin Tower. Wind 275 at 4, runway 28 right. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 28 right. Cleared for takeoff. Gemstone 76 Mike.
Yeah, at this point I'm going to put the landing lights on, strobes on, and taxi light to take off. So it's, they're all done,
Flight attendants, please prepare for
as we will be
takeoff.
going onto the runway. When we land up on the runway, we'll go through another brief checklist as well. But we can do that now. I mean, the chronometer, I always forget to start. So parking brake, yeah. So we need to start that. Parking brake will be on. Eddy mode sync to runway if not already done. We don't need to do that in the Airbus because we're in manage mode. I never know the runway headings. I need to write that stuff down really. But as we're in manage mode, we haven't got to worry about that. So and that's really all we do when we line up. We're gonna be quick there. I ain't got a tracking on, but you give it a quick glance to the right and a glance to the left. But we're going to be okay in the sim. So just going to line up you up with centre line. Don't follow the line round, just give yourself a little bit of a wider angle. It makes things a lot easier. And then just obviously get it all lined up. There you go. At this point you can just literally go. Your aircrafts tend to do that if there's nothing else to do. I'm just going to give it a slight pause for 1 second and just go over it and make sure there's nothing needs to be done. There ain't nothing need to be done. I just want to make sure. But yeah, the only thing that needs to be done now is I need to set a RAT. Eddy mode I'm not doing because I don't need to do it. But the eddy mode, if you want to know, the eddy mode is obviously eddying is obviously ESO. But I'm not gonna do that. That's it. So let's get ourselves into position. There we go. Take off the parking brake, which works or it don't work. I've got to put that on the space bar, I think. Easier. Get rid of that mouse key. Chrono's on. Hold the foot brake and increase the throttles to get to about 50% in the M1. Release. Now we're going to toga, and we're just keeping the aircraft on centre line. There you go. There's no call outs for some reason. Don't know why there's no call outs. We'll rotate. Speed up. The aircraft is properly trimmed, so I'm off the controls. I'm not even touching the controls. I'm not touching my Gladiator fire stick at all. It's literally climbing out all on its own because it's properly trimmed. And at this point we can put the autopilot on. We're over 1,000 feet. AP1 can go on and the aircraft will start turning and following the LNAV on the navigation display there. Watching the trims, the flaps. We're going to bring the flaps up to 1. There we go.
Dublin departure, Gemstone 76 Mike. Good afternoon.
Watching it
2,500 feet.
again.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Dublin departure.
And we can put the climb into the column descent. There you go. As it's telling us to do on there. I'm going to leave the flaps on 1 at a minute because we don't need them anyway, because we're following the constraints in the MACD. So we've got speeds 225, then 250 when we get to DW982. So it's going to be following all these constraints on the climb, on the departure, and that's what FNAP is doing. So we can bring the flaps up now actually because we are getting close. So all flaps up and the red lines go away. About 5,000 feet. QNH now needs to go to standard on both sides. The APU is still on at the minute, but I'll explain that in a bit as if I'm right. Ground spoilers can now be disarmed, and what we should have done probably before we took off, I believe, was get the floodlight off. So obviously we can change with the lighting there as well. So yeah, we're just turning. We're going to be following the flight plan now. Obviously at this point we would have also put the transponder on the TARA and also make sure the TACAS is on above. We done that earlier because I would have forgot. So there we go. Weather radar will be as required. Terrain will probably be as required as well, but we don't necessarily need it here in Dublin, so we can turn that off. So just waiting till we get to 10,000 feet now, then we can go through the rest of these tech lists. We are at 9,000 feet. We've obviously got a constraint at the minute, which is why we're not climbing anymore. So when we get past the next waypoint, DW982, our speed will increase and we will climb then to 21,000 feet. 21,900, or it could be 21,000 feet. So the MACD, the navigation display, the MCP is all doing its work. It's following the constraints, the speeds and the altitude constraints out of Dublin on our departure. And I suppose if you wanted, you could. Oh, I've moved the climb a bit. No, there we go. Oh, there we go. I keep touching it and I keep moving it. There we go. So, we can obviously go to outside view. As you can see, the landing lights are still on. Okay, there we go. Go back to inside view. We're just waiting now to pass the next waypoint. Then we will continue, the aircraft will continue the climb. And this, like I said, the speed will increase. Just keep your eye on this, and see what it's doing here. There you go, it's changed. Up here. See, the altitude now is we're climbing and we're increasing our speed to what it says down there. We're coming up to 10,000 feet, so I'm going to turn off the landing lights. The taxi light can come off and the seatbelt signs can come off as well. Now at this point we can turn the APU off because we don't need it now and we're wasting fuel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned.
I kept it on because just in case we needed, just in case we had an engine failure on takeoff. So then you can start the engines in the air. At this point we don't need it. Some airlines actually do keep it on throughout the duration of the flight, but I'm going to turn it off. So
now sit back,
as we don't need it
and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
So at this point there isn't really much for us to do apart from monitor. That's all we can do now, is monitor what's going on with the aircraft.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Contact Shannon Control 132.15.
Center on 132.15, Gemstone 76 Mike. Have a good afternoon. Shannon Control, Gemstone 76 Mike. Crossing flight level 128 for flight level 150 direct DEXEN.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Shannon Control. Good afternoon. Identified. Climb to flight level 300.
Climb to flight level 300, Gemstone 76 Mike.
I just want to check something. Let's go back to normal. Good lights there. How do we turn those off? Any ideas? Any ideas how you turn those off? Can you turn them off? Sure, you can turn them off. Sure you can. I'm sure you can turn them off. Them ones. Oh, I should have put this on flight control as well. And obviously you just go through all these and monitor them as you're flying along. Yeah, I don't. I'm sure you can turn them off. I think that's the overhead panel. Can you not turn them off? Sure you could turn them off in the Airbus. So it's a bit darker inside. Maybe you can't. Yeah, that swaps these screens around. Let me just double check that one. Fenix Airbus out to turn off lights on. Ah, it's a dome switch. It's the dome switch. Silly me. There we go. Yeah, sorry guys, it's the dome switch. Yeah, if you turn the dome switch back on, look. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
London Control, Gemstone 76 Mike, crossing flight level 226.
There we go.
Level 300.
I knew it was a button, I just couldn't figure out exactly
Gemstone 76 Mike, London Control, radar contact.
why it was. That's okay.
Speedbird 19 Tango, contact London Control 118.475.
Contact London Control 118.475, Speedbird 19 Tango. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's a lot better now that they're turned off, isn't it? It's obviously.
Speedbird 4 Delta, descend to flight level 290.
Descend to flight level 290, Speedbird
Yeah.
4 Delta.
That will probably be on the flight plan page as well, maybe over there. Yeah.
Speedbird 18 Victor, contact Scottish Control.
You can also look at your routes as well, where
Center on 119.875, Speedbird 18 Victor.
where you are on the map. So I can zoom out of that. As you can see, there we are. It doesn't show the actual map, but
EC708 Alpha, London Control.
yeah.
Expect up 1G, runway 23.
And you can actually go through that.
1G, runway 23, EC708 Alpha.
If you want. Okay, so we're looking at the top of climbs here, you got to see, and we got our top of descent. So yeah, so we're going to make 30,000 feet, and then we're literally going to be going back down. So let's just zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. There we go.
Flyer 908, London Control. Expect only 1 Charlie, runway 27.
Expect Honolulu 1 Charlie, runway 27, flyer 908.
Yeah, so you could probably put, I don't know if you put the dome light back on maybe, slightly, so it's not so bright. So you can actually see what you're doing. He's nice off though, isn't he? There we go. And obviously you can make them brighter if you want to as well.
Speedbird 4 Delta, descend to flight level 140.
Descend to flight level 140, Speedbird for Delta.
You can turn them off if you want, like so. Obviously you can turn the lights as you require.
Contact Shannon Control 127.5.
Center on 127.5, Speedbird 189 heavy.
So we're just going to wait till we get our arrival or ask for our descent. We don't need to ask for that yet. So yeah, we're at 35, well, 29,300. We're doing about 290 knots. You can obviously increase the range if you wanted to. So we're about, there's last waypoint, but we're going to get our destination information before we get to there, and we're going to get rid of that. And in fact, let's have a quick look at the FMC. So yeah, so we are 14 miles away from Bagot. Then we're going, which is yeah. So we're gonna call for our descent now. So let's call for our descent. When ATC lets me call for my descent. Call for descent, there we go.
KLM 72 Charlie, contact London Control 118.475.
Contact London Control 118.475, KLM.
Speaking to someone else at the minute.
Speedbird 1336.
Can't get a word in at the minute.
Approach 124.38.
Contact Newcastle approach 124.38, Speedbird 1336.
Come on, ATC.
KLM 60.
Can't get a word in.
Contact London Control 118.475. Bye-bye. Center on 118.475. KLM 60 Hotel. Flyer 37 Echo, London Control. Expect
can't get a word in with the ATC. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm going to start the descent myself because I can't get a word in with the ATC. I've got my departure, but I can't. ATC is not letting me contact them. ILS 33, we know that one, and we got DOLO 1B. So DOLO 1B. Insert. It says select heading TRK first. To sort that out, we need to go back into selected mode. Then do that, and then we can go back into manage mode. I can't, ATC isn't, beyond ATC is not working tonight. It's literally not letting me contact call ready for approach. Call ready for descent. There you go, it's working now. Wouldn't let me do that. Never mind.
DOLOP 1 Bravo, runway 33, descend to flight level 200, Gemstone 76 Mike.
Oh, wrong one. What am I doing? Hold it there for a minute. We've got AMPIT coming up, and at AMPIT we need to be at flight level. Yeah, so that's right. That's great. There's a speed there with that chase. We'll sort that out when we get to it. It means that you probably can't make the speed, but we'll be on. We'll take over and we'll make sure we can make the speed there. See. And we've still got a flight plan discontinuity in the flight plan, so to get rid of that we need to clear it, do that and do that, and that gets rid of it. Now we've got our arrival into Birmingham. It should be automatically inserted, which it is. Bring up the FB on the Microsoft EFB information. We're going through runway 33. ILS is 110.100, 110.10. It only does the last two numbers, so yeah, that's perfectly fine. And if you look at our approach for runway 33, we've got the chart, so we need to be at 2,000 feet on the ILS, and the heading is 326. Okay, so we can get rid of that now. We don't need it. So we just want to monitor this here. So knock in 20,000 feet, go back to flight plan, and our crew 13,000 feet, and then we've got chase 9,000 feet, and then yeah, so chase might actually be a bit too high, but we'll see. I'm actually going to put 10,000 feet in the, what do I call it here, and I'm gonna, you see where ATC texts me? With this, I still think we're a little high, so I'm gonna bring us down to 10,000 feet, because I think we're a little high, because we started our descent a little late, so I'm going to bring it down, because I think we are a little bit too high at the minute. And also I can control the speed myself now, so I'm going to go into selected mode on the speed and bring the speed down, so we can slow the aircraft. Because we started our descent a little later than what I would have wanted.
Descent to flight level 070, speedbird for Delta.
I want to be at chase. Yeah. So.
Descend to flight level 090, Gemstone 76 Mike.
We are using expedite mode, which is the fastest it will actually get us. The fastest it actually will get us down on a descent. And I'm going to bring the speed down, because we're just going a little bit too fast, as I want to slow the descent down a little bit. So I'm going to bring the speed down to about 210, and I'm going to do the speed brakes, because I just want to slow us down a little bit so we can make a descent here. We are a little high. I don't know why I touched that for.
London Control, speedbird took off, flight level 082.
We're not descending for some reason.
Flyer 37 Echo, descend to flight level 100. Descend to flight level 100. Flyer 37 Echo. Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha, descend to flight level 090.
It's not descending.
Descend to flight level 090.
I want it to.
48 Bravo Alpha.
So I'm bringing the speed down,
Speedbird took off. London Control, identified.
slowing the speed right down,
Speedbird took off.
and
Descend to 6,000
I'm
feet.
putting the speed brakes to full.
1021. Descend to 6,000 feet.
And I'm going to put on the dome light.
Speedbird took off.
And
Flyer 90
I'm putting the landing lights on.
8.475.
Taxi takeoff light.
475, flyer 908.
Go there. Seatbelt signs can go on.
Birmingham Director 131.005.
Contact Birmingham Director
Ladies and gentlemen, the
131.005,
captain has planned.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Birmingham Director, Gemstone 76 Mike. Flight
Ladies
level
and
086
gentlemen,
with the
as
notice.
we
bit of a
start our
messy,
descent, please make sure your
descent
seat
at the
belts
minute,
and
this
tray
is.
tables are in their full upright position.
76 Mike Birmingham
Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath
crew
the
got
seat in
9,000.
front of you or in the overhead bin. Thank you.
QNH1019, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 33, Gemstone 76 Mike.
Let's just put the QNH to 1019.
Preparation for landing, we kindly ask that you return to your seat and ensure all cabin baggage is safe.
Same on this side.
Portable electronic devices, including mobile phones and tablets, should now be switched to flight safe or the equivalent airplane mode.
There you go.
Laptops and larger devices must be switched off and securely stowed either in your cabin baggage or in the overhead locker. If you have any
So yeah, I'm just trying to get the speed down to.
ready and will come through the cabin shortly to collect any remaining weight. Please make sure your seatbelt is fastened and your tray table is stowed and your seat back is in a fully upright position with the armrests down. All window blinds must remain open. Cabin crew will now pass through to ensure
Just trying to get the speed down,
we appreciate your cooperation.
because we did start our descent way later than I wanted. We're way too fast as well. Way too fast. I've got it down a little bit too early now, but
2,500.
never mind. I'm not going to touch that. So we are down to 3,000 feet, and we can put. Let's put the LS on both sides to get the gyroscope information. Bring the speed brakes back up and arm them. And let's put flaps 2. Landing gear we've not done yet, that's up. On the MCDU, let's press perv, activate the approach mode. QNH is 1019, so enter 1019 in there. Back to the flight plan, and obviously we've got our speeds as well in there. The approach checklist, landings lights on, seat belts are on, runway turn lights are on, radio set,
Leave chase heading 135. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 33.
Leave chase heading 135, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 33, Gemstone 76 Mike.
I'm not going to do that.
Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha
Approach mode
QNH
on, I'm not going to leave chase.
vectors for ILS runway 33.
We have to leave chase, don't we, because we're not landing on this runway. Okay, so yeah, we're not landing on this runway, are we? We're landing on the other one, I believe. We land on runway 33, which is never resets to where I am in the world. Where are you? which side runway 33? Is this runway 33? It's 15, so no, we're going around, aren't we? We're going around the other side. Which doesn't make any sense because that don't make any sense. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go back into manage mode and approach. I'm gonna land it. Doesn't make any sense, that one. Gear down. Speed 145.
Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha.
I'm just gonna land on runway 15.
140. Expect radar vectors flying LS runway 33.
Of course,
Lead chase heading 140. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 33.
Oh.
Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha.
okay. I'm just behind the aircraft at the minute. Ah, no, the frequencies are still the same. That's fine. We're gonna land on here. I'm not gonna go around. It hasn't. I've been chasing the aircraft all the way down up descent.
Gemstone 76 Mike, request runway change.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Unable runway change at this time.
I don't think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm too high. Too high. This ain't gonna be good.
Greenstone
This
48
landing.
Bravo Alpha. Descend to 4,000 feet. Q and H1019er. Vectors for the approach.
Descend to 4,000 feet. QNH 1019er. Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha.
Don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna forget the landing. And I'm gonna go around to 135. Do what? Dig effectors, I think. I'm gonna dig effectors that ATC want us to do. So that hasn't worked out at all, has it?
Birmingham Director. Alpine 83 Quebec Kilo. Flight level 098 with the
I got completely confused then. I don't know what I was doing with the
Alpine 83 Quebec Kilo Birmingham Director. Q and H1019er. Expect radar vectors.
I don't know what I was doing then.
LS runway 33.
Yeah, that hasn't worked out.
QNH 1019er. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 33.
As expected. Let's bring the speed back up a little bit. I don't think Beyond ATC's worked that great tonight. Too low as well.
Alpine 83 Quebec Kilo. Descend to flight
I need to go a bit higher because I'm too low.
Descend to flight level 070. Alpine 83 Quebec Kilo.
Don't like being this slow down.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Turn left. Heading 115. Vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 115, Gemstone 76 Mike.
Turn left, heading 115. My speed back up a little bit because I'm too slow. Don't need to be that slow. Let's go get back up to 210. Yeah, I was going to land on runway 15, but I was following the charts and I was too high. So I've aborted that and we're going to go and do ATC. What ATC wanted to do. I was going to just try and make it a bit quicker. Let's just get that company message out the way. There we go. Yeah, I was going to try and avoid going round. I don't like the way it brought me. I don't like the way ATC brought me up to the airport though, and then left. It didn't make any sense. I don't know if that's normal procedure or what, but
Descend to 4,000 feet. QNH1019 at Gemstone 76 Mike.
that didn't seem. Didn't seem right that way it did that. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. Speed brakes still armed.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Turn right. Heading 205.
Okay, turn right,
Turn right, heading
205.
205, Gemstone 76 Mike.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Descend to 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet.
3,000 feet. Gemstone 76 Mike.
205, there we go. So let's see if the beyond ATCs get the vectors. It's, yeah, okay, sort of. Let's see if it works though. We're going around here.
Descend to 3,000 feet.
Terrain, we can put terrain on, but we don't necessarily need to put it on.
Greenstone for 8 Bravo Alpha.
Let's just check the fuel because we've got a,
Gemstone 76
yeah, there we
Mike.
go.
5 miles from IBM 70. Turn right. Heading 310. Maintain 2,000 feet until established. Cleared IL
Turn right,
runway
heading
33.
310.
Turn right, heading 310, 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 33, Gemstone 76 Mike.
Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha. Turn right. Heading 205.
Turn right, heading 205. Greenstone for 8 Bravo Alpha.
I'll speed down again. See if we find up.
2,500.
Get the approach mode on. Let's see if it's done it. It ain't done it, look, it's nowhere near it.
2,000.
Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha. 3 miles from IBM
don't like beyond ATC when it does this.
Cleared ILS runway 33.
It doesn't do it properly. It don't make any sense to me why it does that.
Turn right, heading 290, 2,000 feet until established.
It never puts you on the ILS on a vector. It never does whenever I do it.
Alpine 83 Quebec Kilo. Leave Grove heading
Now I don't know if I'm lined up or not.
Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 33.
Never does it. It puts me well wide.
Radar vectors for ILS runway 33. Alpine 83 Quebec Kilo.
So I don't like using vectors
Gemstone
beyond
76
ATC.
Mike. Contact Birmingham Tower 118.30.
Don't like vectors on beyond ATC at all.
Contact Tower 118.305, Gemstone 76 Mike. Bye-bye. Birmingham Tower, Gemstone 76 Mike, ILS runway 33.
Don't think the vectors work on beyond ATC.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Birmingham Tower. Wind tree 10 at 7. Runway tree cleared to land.
Runway 33 cleared to land, Gemstone 76 Mike.
Should be here. Why am I over here? I don't know.
Tower, Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha, ILS runway 33.
Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha. Birmingham Tower. Wind tree 10.
The airport's there. What am I doing over here?
Runway 33 cleared to land. Greenstone 48 Bravo Alpha.
Is it gonna capture the growth slope and turn me in? Or is it gonna go straight past? Let's get the gear down anyway. Let's have a look, see what it's gonna do. So the runway's there, and beyond ATC is probably well past it. It's done that a few times on vectors.
Cabin crew, please take your seats.
I don't like it. Every time I get a vector off on beyond ATC, it takes me well past the airport, and I've got to come back on myself. Let's see if this does this then. Let's put on auto land. Let's see how well this lands. Maybe it was me, but I did put the heading in as soon as they told me it, and when I checked the charts there, I was well over here, and I should have been turning here, so, but I don't like how I did that. Gear not down. I thought I pressed that down. I honestly thought I pressed the gear down.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Too low terrain. Okay. Dunno.
Too low, terrain.
200.
Too low, terrain.
Should be okay for good terrain.
Too low, terrain.
Just take them off.
Too low, terrain.
Okay.
Too low, terrain.
Get ready for the brakes.
20. Check. Retard. Retard. Retard.
Okay.
Exit right at Bravo.
Exit right at Bravo, Gemstone 76 Mike.
Well, we got it down in the end, didn't we? That's just the autopilot.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened
Yeah,
until the captain
I've noticed a few
the
times when
fasten
I've
seatbelt sign.
had factors up beyond
This will
ATC,
indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is safe
they
for
put
you
me
to move
past
about. At this time,
the
you may
runway,
use your cellular phone
so I can't pick up the ILS because I've got to come
Please
back on
check
myself.
around your seat for any personal belongings you may have brought on board with you, and please use caution when opening the overhead bins.
Let's go back to
Heavy
overhead.
obstacles may have shifted around.
1.805,
Don't, Mum.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Bye
If you
bye.
require deplaning
Turn off
assistance, please remain in your seat until all other passengers
Landing
have
lights.
deplained. One of our crew members will then
Runway
be
turn off
pleased
lights
to
can
assist
go
you.
off.
On behalf of myself,
Taxi
Vera,
lights
and
can
the
go
entire crew,
on.
I'd like to
Strobe
thank you
can
for
go back
joining
to
us on this
water.
trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again soon. Have a nice day.
And okay, we're going to go to request taxi to assigned gate. Let's try that this time.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Request taxi to allocated gate.
Gemstone 76 Mike. Ramp 56 left taxi via Bravo.
Not quite sure where ramp 56 left is.
Ramp 56 left via Bravo. Alpha, Delta, Victor, Gemstone 76 Mike.
Bring the flaps up. Request from map, request the IC and blah blah blah. Select from map.
Belt securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop at the stand and the fasten
Select
seatbelt
position
sign
at
is
E.
switched off. Once the seatbelt
I'll
sign
put
is
this
off,
back.
you're free to use your mobile phones and small electronic devices. Before leaving the aircraft, please remember to take all of your personal belongings with you, including any reading
You got to
materials
select
may
where
have
you want to
left
park.
aboard.
How do you do
Either
this then?
seat pockets,
56,
and lockers.
56,
Please take care
56.
when opening
Okay.
overhead lockers, as items may have shifted during the flight and could fall out, potentially causing
We're
injury.
going on
If you're
56
connected
out.
to another flight, please follow the signs for flight connection.
There you go.
And have your boarding card ready, as it may be checked by airport
Yeah,
staff.
we can have a
On
follow me.
behalf of the captain and all of us here in the
And
cabin,
an
thank you
operator.
for choosing to fly with Aer Lingus today.
Okay.
We hope you've had a pleasant flight, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you, and safe onward journey.
Okay. Let's continue our arrival. Oh. Okay, a little bit too fast. Oh, a little bit too fast there. Slow it down. We've got our taxi lights on, haven't we? Yes, we have. Okay, let's I was going to do something, I can't remember what it was. Oh, let's turn off the LSS modes on there. It's probably something I've not done. Yeah, my after landing checklist. Spoilers retracted, disarmed. Landing lights off, strobe lights auto, nose lights taxi. Flaps up, weather radar, predictive wind shear off. That, by the way, is the follow me car, which we're going to have to follow. Off. TCAS on standby. We can do that over there. There we go. Chronometer, we can stop. We're going to do it to the gate, I think, on this one. But it's 54 minutes. So there you go. APU. we've got running. We're going to just put on the bleeds, so we've got power when we turn off the engines. Taxi to the gate, taxi lights on, LS mode off, MCP panel reset, just put that back down to 100. Okay, keep slowing down because I'm trying to do things in the cockpit. Okay, so I'm going to put the tracker on, and we're just following this car. So yeah, so this is GSX now, doing all this, doing the follow me car. We didn't need it, but I'm just trying it out. So this is Birmingham Airport. It's a payware Birmingham Airport. I think there's only one you can get for it. The EGBB. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have a look at that and I'll put the link in the description to the video, so you guys can go and pick that airport up if you need to. So we're looking for gate 56 up here. There you go. We're just going out. We're going over there. But before we turn, there's a few things I need to do before we make that turn into the gate. First, I'm going to turn off the eye tracker. Go back to the overhead panel. Turn off the runway turn off lights. They're off anyway. I've turned them off already. Taxi lights can go off so we don't blind anyone. Strobes are on auto, but I'm going to knock them to off. Wing lights off, and the APU, if not on, would be a great time to turn it on now. So let's put the turbo eye tracker back on, and we can make the turn. So we're going over there. Yeah, I'm not sure if GSX works how well it works in Beyond ATC, but I didn't get nothing in Beyond ATC about it. I've turned the settings on within it, so I'm a little bit, I don't know what's going on tonight. I'm a little bit like fast on the controls. Does it tell me when I'm close? Okay. I don't know where I'll stop. I don't know where I'm meant to stop according to GSX, but I'm not on the taxi line, so let's just come over a little bit. Controls are really sensitive tonight. I don't know if it's just me or what. Rudder and handbrake and everything, parking brake just don't seem to be working. Let's leave it there. Has the parking brake on? Because I don't know if the parking brake's on. Okay. Thrust levers idle. Engine master 1 and 2 to off. Remember the APU is running, so we won't lose the electrical power because we've got the APU running. Beacon light.
Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross-check.
Beacon light, click down to off, but GSX needs it, doesn't it? I'll arrive into the parking stand, shut the engine down with the beacon light switched off and parking brake set. So yeah, we need the beacon light off. Nav lights can go on to 1. Seat belts off. Fuel pumps can go off. Flight directors can go off both sides. Transponders off on standby. Cockpit door can go to unlock. Dome light as required. MC pump to normal. Floodlight as required. So yeah, which is over there. Okay. Don't know what happens now with GSX. It's meant to start boarding. It doesn't seem to be doing anything at the minute. It just pops up and then it disappears. I don't know what this is all about. Don't ask me. It's meant to deboard, but it's not deboarding. I don't know why. It's meant to deboard automatically. The engines are off. The beacon's on. The parking brake not on. Is that on or off the parking brake? I have no idea. I don't know why it's not working then. Chocks are in place, cones are in place. You haven't got to turn off the APU to do it. Don't know, we'll just go over here and do it elsewhere. Oh. Okay, but I thought it did it automatically. I thought everything worked automatically with it. Am I doing something wrong? Don't know. the parking brake. Company messages, ATC, return, AOC menu, receive messages, arrival, okay, return. Yeah, well, that can stop now, don't need that. GSX don't seem to be doing anything. Oh. Okay, that's opened up. Fair enough. Let's see if it does anything. Is meant to be automatic. So on arrival to the parking stand and shutting the engines down, the beacon light switched off and parking brakes set. I'm confused.
Rocky 200 Bravo, ramp Echo 1, request pushback and engine start.
Rocky 200 Bravo, Birmingham ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast. Rocky 200 Bravo.
Oh, that's on, isn't it? I don't know why GSX isn't working. I'm going to be honest. It's not doing anything. It's not doing a single thing. It's not deboarding or anything. I don't know, the menu seems to disappear all the time. I don't know what this is about either. Change parking or service. I don't want to change parking or services. Why can't it come up with the options? Yeah, I don't. It's not great, is it, GSX? If I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know what this is all about. It's not deboarding the aircraft for some reason.
Rocky 200 Bravo, runway 33 taxi via Elmdon, Foxtrot, Charlie, Echo, Delta. Hold short runway 33.
It just disappears off the screen all the time.
Runway 33 taxi via Elmdon, Foxtrot, Charlie, Echo, Delta. Hold short runway 33.
I really don't know.
200 Bravo.
Did I have to switch that on to start GSX? I don't know. Just don't seem to work properly. I don't know if it's working or not. No, it's not working. I don't see why that's working. It's got no stairs. The menu, it's there, but every time you try and open it, you got to come off it to come back onto it. And anyone know what this is all about? Because I can't get it off the screen.
Rocky 200 Bravo, cross runway 33 at Charlie.
And
Continue
then
taxi via Foxtrot, Charlie, Echo.
Got to click on it and click on it again. And
Cross runway 33 at Charlie. Continue taxi via Foxtrot, Charlie, Echo, Delta.
how'd you get the
Bravo.
how'd you get all the stuff back up again? Yeah, I don't think GSX is actually working. I think it's got stuck and it don't know what it's got to do next. This sketch from the map doesn't load up anything. Oh, it does now. I've done all this.
Rocky 200 Bravo, contact Birmingham Tower 118.305.
No, what's it doing? Everything's disappeared now.
Tower 118.305, Rocky 200 Bravo. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, I don't know what it's done. Oh, I don't know. It's no good on the deboarding, is it? It's no dart on the deboarding because it hasn't worked. Maybe I'm done something completely wrong, but it won't deboard these people off the aircraft. So I'll have to use your imagination on that one. That level disappeared and got off. It should be on arrival into the parking stand with engines shut down, parking brakes set and beacon light off. GSX deboarding will be requested automatically, but it hasn't done that. It hasn't done that, has it? I've got auto deboard on, auto disconnect. I've got all that's on. So yeah, I don't know what's happened there with the boarding. Beyond ATC is meant to communicate with GSX to send it the pushback departure command automatically. I don't know if it does or it doesn't, I'll be honest. But yeah, they've left me, they've just disappeared. I haven't deboarded the aircraft, just left it there. So I don't know. Perhaps I'm too far forward, I don't know. My taxi into the gate was a bit shaky, wasn't it? But Perhaps I'm too far forward. Either way, I'm not getting the stairs either. Never mind. I am on the right gate, ain't I? But they were all there, weren't they? That's disappointing. I wanted to see how it deboarded the aircraft. That is disappointing that it hasn't worked. Like I said, GSX, I'm new to GSX, so so I don't know exactly if I've done things right. So I've done that. I should have stopped there. I should have stopped there. I've stopped probably way too close, way too far anyway. I should have stopped there. But still, okay. I'll have to do it all manually then, because yeah. Personally, I think that was my fault. It's all working now. It was my fault. I should have stopped. I should have stopped there. I stopped up here, and obviously GSX has got way too confused. But this is my second video. My first video using GSX from gate to gate. I did a trial on it, on a pushback and stuff. So this is my first time using it from gate to gate, so it's working now. So I apologise to GSX if I blame them for that, because it probably wasn't the GSX's fault. It's obviously mine, so I've stopped in the wrong place. But yeah, so it all should be working now. Yeah. Okay. So
now disembark the aircraft. Please take care when moving through the cabin and exiting the aircraft. Remember to take all of your personal belongings with you, including any items from the seat pocket and overhead locker. If you have any items you wish to dispose of, please bring them with you and hand them to a member of the crew at the door. Thank you.
yeah, so it wasn't bad. Obviously I wasn't concentrating on the arrival in Birmingham, and they gave me chase as the arrival infected. I thought the factory in from beyond ATC was a bit poor, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's the passengers. Bye bye passengers. Yeah, I thought the factory was a bit poor from beyond ATC, and that's happened more than one occasion where I've been factored in and they've took me nowhere near the runway, which makes it really difficult getting on the ILS. So I've got to come back round, but I need to keep an eye on that. Because I'm not a big fan of the factors on beyond ATC. But there's all the passengers disappearing, which is nice. It's a nice touch, isn't it? Obviously they're deboarding quicker now, so I've speed up a little bit. Yeah, it's a nice touch seeing that. It's adds a bit of realism to it, don't it? I like the way it's all coming off both doors there and coming around, very similar to real life. And then obviously going in, that's I've got no profile for this one. I've got no profile for any of them airports, but so it's good that it actually works the way it does. But yeah, that's really cool. I like that. I do like that. Yeah, I think they are deboarded quicker than what they loaded, because I've changed it a little bit in the settings. But yeah, obviously the next flight I'll be doing will be Birmingham back to Dublin. So I would have done that tonight as a turnaround, and gone back, but I'm not going to do that now because it's too late. So I'm going to leave it as the one flight. But the next flight will be Birmingham back to Dublin. And I actually think it's the next day, not a turnaround. If I'm looking at Pilot's Life correctly, it's got 11:20, which would be the next day, of course. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I like it. I just need to get used to it, how it works. I think I'm getting I'm expecting too much with the automatic side, but I think, yeah, it was definitely where I parked the aircraft when I came in. But I will get better at it as I use it more, of course. Obviously I should have reset the speed. I just need to come back down to 100. There we go. Do you want to deboard the crew? Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's see how it goes. Here come the flight attendants, they're coming off. Oh. We are overnight here now because we're not departing until the following morning, 20 past 11 in the morning, so I guess it's a good idea to get the crew off the airplane. So the cleaners and everything can come on and do their jobs. See the numbers, they all come down to 0 again here. will it give me the option to deboard the pilots now, or
your crew has deboarded.
okay. Okay, deboarding complete. Yeah. See, when it's on and you click off, it's hard to get it back on again. Yeah, I put it on very dense. You can put it up to insane, but keep it on very dense for now. So you see, it did deboard quicker though, so that was fine. But yeah, see how it goes off, and then I've got no option, and I'll click it and it goes off again. But maybe I should just do that and hide it. But I can do that. Stick it on another screen if I want. But yeah. There's a lot of stuff you can do. I just don't know how you go back. There's no back button, so once you go into something, there's no button to go back, and then it disappears off the screen. And you've got to keep doing that, which is a bit of which is annoying. But yeah, that's it then. So we're going to leave it there. We'll let the ground crew do whatever they need to do. So yeah, we're going to leave the video there. So that was Dublin to Birmingham in the Aer Lingus livery, a Fenix A320 using GSX and Beyond ATC and Pilots Live Chapter 2. Yeah, a few little things in the video I didn't like with Beyond ATC with effectors, and GSX is going to take me a little bit of getting used to, I think. It shouldn't take too long, a few videos, but apart from that, I was reasonably happy with the flight. If any of you noticed that I've done wrong, please let me know. But when I post the video, I will be putting the links in the video as well to a few things I've mentioned as well. So just let me know in the comments what you thought, and please like and subscribe if you can, because it definitely helps, and then I can do more stuff like this, more content like this going forward. So yeah, well, thank you for watching, and until the next time, it's bye bye from me.